Imagine a world where the flicker of oil lamps is just beginning to light up the dark corners of society. A time when the very concept of energy was on the brink of transformation. In this world lived a young man named John D. Rockefeller, who would rise from humble beginnings to become one of the wealthiest men in history. But his journey wasn't easy. It was fraught with challenges, risks, and pivotal decisions that changed the landscape of America forever. Born in 1839 in Richford, New York, John was not born into wealth. His father was a traveling salesman, often absent, leaving young John to help support his family. At just 16 years old, he took his first job as an assistant bookkeeper. Can you imagine? A mere teenager immersed in numbers and calculations, learning the ropes of business amidst the hustle and bustle of a growing nation. But this was just the beginning. In the early 1860s, as the Civil War raged on, Rockefeller saw opportunity in an emerging market: oil. He partnered with a man named Maurice Clark to establish their first venture, a small refinery in Cleveland, Ohio. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The oil market was chaotic, filled with competitors and uncertainty. Picture this: they faced fierce competition from established oil magnates and fluctuating prices that made it hard to turn a profit. Yet Rockefeller didn't back down. He invested everything he had into refining processes that increased efficiency and lowered costs. Bold decisions like these were crucial. They laid the groundwork for what would become Standard Oil. In 1870, Rockefeller took a monumental step by founding Standard Oil Company. With a combination of sharp business acumen and strategic alliances, think partnerships with railroads, he began to dominate the industry. This was no ordinary businessman. Rockefeller was known for his meticulous planning and ability to pivot in response to market demands. But success did not come without its setbacks. In 1877, there was a major scandal involving railroad rebates that threatened his empire's reputation. Critics claimed he was monopolizing the industry unfairly. Instead of retreating, he stood firm and continued to innovate, adapting his strategies and making bold moves that would solidify his control over the oil market. As Standard Oil flourished throughout the late 19th century, Rockefeller's influence grew immensely. By 1882, he controlled around 90% of U.S. refineries and pipelines. Visualize this: tankers lined up at docks, trains loaded with barrels crisscrossing America, cities lit by electric lights powered by Standard Oil's vast supplies. Yet even at the height of his success, Rockefeller remained grounded in his values. Philanthropy became a cornerstone of his legacy. He established foundations that transformed education and public health across America and beyond. From funding universities to creating public health initiatives that eradicated diseases, Rockefeller's impact reached far beyond oil. In 1911, after years of legal battles against accusations of monopolistic practices, the Supreme Court ordered Standard Oil to break apart into smaller companies. It was a turning point, a moment that could have crushed many entrepreneurs, but not John D. Rockefeller. Instead, he embraced this change. The breakup created opportunities for new leaders in the industry while solidifying his legacy as an innovator who shaped modern capitalism. As we look back today, we see not just an oil tycoon but a visionary whose principles still resonate. Relentless pursuit of excellence, strategic risk-taking, unwavering integrity, and deep-rooted philanthropy. His story is not merely one about wealth. It's about how one man's tenacity and vision transformed an entire industry. John D. Rockefeller's lasting legacy is evident in every fuel station across America today. And while he passed away in 1937, his entrepreneurial spirit continues to inspire countless dreamers and innovators around the globe. So next time you fill up your tank or flip on a light switch, remember this man. The boy who once calculated numbers behind a dusty desk became a titan who lit up the world. Let his journey remind us all: greatness often begins with humble beginnings. What matters most is how you rise above adversity. Stay inspired,